This morning we're going to be tying a PMD trigger nymph. Fantastic fly, especially for selective fish. I've got a 3761 hook in place. I've got a copper bead on there, although you can use your favorite color bead as well. I've got a base wrap of rusty brown Lagerton thread. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tie in a small tail of pheasant. Going to be about half the body length on that, in the tail segments, half the shank length, I should say. Trim off our excess. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create the body using a rusty spinner dyed turkey quill. Barrett. I pulled a single little pane off of there. I'm going to wrap that into place. When I work with Barretts, I like to use a little CA glue, so zap a gap. Take your bodkin, don't need to go too far up there, but about halfway. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab onto that quill, the Barrett there, and we're going to wrap that forward. The cool thing about Barretts is that they make a really nice segmentation without having to do a bunch of fancy extra stuff to it. Done about 5 or 6 wraps there. CA glue really helps keep it in place, so you'll see on the video there I kind of dropped the feather there for a second, but it stayed in place because of the zap. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dub a small section of thorax using a fiery brown STS trilobal antron. One of the things I really like about this fly is that it's relatively easy to tie, so you can crank out a few of them easy. There's not a lot of working parts here. Pull off the excess for a moment. So you got little kind of buggy legs coming off of there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Hungarian partridge, just a single feather off of there. I'm going to tie in some additional legs.
Just going legs on each side?
Yeah, we're going to do a little tuft on each side. I'm going to go back to the brown dubbing, and I'm going to dub the rest of the thorax here. So the real key to this trigger nymph is this, what we call actually Mike Mercer calls this exploding wing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some light yellow UV ice dub. We just need a little tiny bit of that. Don't want to overdo this. Too much sparkle can actually be a bad thing in some instances. So I'll dub just a little tiny noodle. I'll take my thread up to the top of the shank, push that down into place, right where the wing pad would be. There's our exploding wing. So it's just like, the bug's coming off the bottom, his wing is starting to pop, he's real vulnerable.
So all that dubbing's on the top.
All of the ice dubbing is on the top.
You
Correct.
just slid it down and it's there.
Yep, it mounts right into positions. Cool little trick. I'll make just 1 or 2 more wraps of dubbing up there at the front. Now, if you've got some excess, STS tends to be a little bit on the buggy side. If you've got some extra pieces sticking out and kind of cattywampus, then go ahead and just snip those down. We'll whip finish. And there is your completed PMD trigger nymph. It's one of my favorites. I hope it's one of yours too.